more than a woman, more than a woman to me, more than a woman, more than a woman to me. Hi, welcome back to another One Chart lesson. Today we are doing More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees, and I've kind of set up a little bit of a live system here so we can mess around a little bit with this song because it's fun to do a rendition of this. It's a pretty full-on 70s disco song, so it's an interpretation on guitar that we're going to deal with today. So what we are going to do, we're going to do some really nice chords in this song. One is an E major 7, which you should be familiar with, and there's a picture of that on your screen now. The other one is a B11, which there's a couple of different ways you can play this. Now, there's a spot on the 7th fret of the guitar neck, which is a really nice and comfortable place to play this chord in the middle of the verses, like you saw me just doing then. There's also an easier way to play it, which is like an A major chord moved over one string. So you've got 2 on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, and 2nd fret on the G string, and the 2 open strings on the top. We don't play the low E string. So it sounds like this. That's the easy way to play this B11. This is the other way, which is kind of nice as well. So if you want to get some funky rhythm happening, that's a better place to play that chord because you can cut that chord short with some muting. So the opening of this song is on a C major 7. And a C major 7 is basically a C chord, an open C chord with your first finger lifted off the B string. So it's an open B string. So you get that sounding chord. You can also play a C major 7 here. Also play it up here as well. But that kind of lends itself to doing some other things, which you heard me also do in the intro, which is playing this little, the string line that you hear in the original arrangement. And then it goes down to the B11. So you start on the C major 7, and that open G string becomes 2nd fret G string, open B, 3rd fret B, open B, back to the 2nd fret G, and then down to the B11 chord. Then we move into, and the rhythm I'll get to in a minute because there's lots of different ways you can do this rhythm, but the first chord of the verse is that E major 7. And it's nice playing it up there on the 7th fret as well because you can use that open E string as well to kind of fill it out. So girl, I know you very well, see you every day, and then I never, when we go to the B11, never really looked before, but now you take my breath away. Back to the E major 7, back to the B11 again. Then we move into the little bridge which goes, and you can play these open chords as well, G, A, or there, and then it goes D major 7 to a B minor 7. Now you can just do a D to a B minor, but it sounds a little bit more colourful if it's D major 7. You can play that there, or you can play that there, down to a B minor 7. So we'll do that again. G, here in your arms, A, I found a paradise. Down to the B minor 7. Do it again, but this time we're going to the F sharp minor. My only chance for happiness. There's the F sharp minor. Do that again. G, A. Then this time we go D, and you'll hear the bass note walk down through the C sharp to get to the B minor. So you can go, you don't have to play that C sharp in there, but it kind of sounds nice. And then we go back to the C major 7. And that's say you'll always be my baby, we can make it shine. Stay there, we can take forever, just a minute. Then down to the B11. I'll be time. the chorus goes back to the C major 7. More than a woman. And then G, more than a woman to me, A minor. C major 7, more than a woman. G, more than a woman to me, A minor. Then we're back to the intro. We hit a DS there on your chart and it sends you back to the intro. And you can do that. Intro again. Or you can just play the chords, either way. When it gets back to that little intro part, this is a really it's a nice opportunity to kind of do a little bit of a, it's almost like a, it's not a bossa nova, but it's like a little bit of a syncopated finger style rhythm there, which somehow fits quite nicely into the whole disco kind of thing, but suit yourself. They're the chords. Then we go into another verse, followed by the bridge section, and takes you into another chorus. Then out of that chorus, the second time, you go down into the second sort of intro section. It's called intro, but it's the second time, it's actually the third time we play that in the song. And it's a sort of a double riff. So it goes. Stays on that C major 7 for an extra bar. So it's 3 bars of the C major 7, then 2 bars of the B11. Into the chorus, more than a woman, more than a woman to me. And it kind of just then repeats that little section, the C major 7, G, A minor, until the song fades out. So that's pretty much the entire song. There's a couple of little bits that you know, you can mess around with. As far as the rhythm goes for this song, suit yourself. It's kind of, you know, it's difficult to get it sounding like the original disco track, but do what you want. That sort of works. And when you go into the middle sections, you hear that 16th note pattern in the strumming. And that's the key, I think, to making this song sound kind of groovy, is that if you're able to play that 16th note feel as you move through those chords, it almost doesn't matter what you strum, it's going to sound funky and groovy. And when you get to the C major 7, that's when you can sort of open it up, because I think if you try and strum too much there, more than a woman, more than a woman to me, and there's other stuff happening there which, if you're not strumming too much, you can actually play around with. You can sort of go more than a woman, more than a woman to me. What I'm doing there is just kind of finding a few random notes on the way up from that C major 7, playing those open strings, playing a G, then an A, then a B, then a C, and then playing this shape here on the 7th fret, which is a G chord, but it looks like a D major open chord moved up, sitting on the 7th fret. So you can go and land on what will sound like a G if you don't play too many strings. And then there's another voicing for an A minor chord there, which is just the open A string with the 14th fret G, 13th fret B string, and 12th fret E string. Just another way of playing an A minor chord that sounds kind of nice, and it gives a little space to this section. And even an open D string there, I know it's a G chord, but even an open D string doesn't sound too bad there. If you wanted to do a G chord there, you can fret that fifth fret note on the D string. More than a woman to me. Little things like that. You can have some fun experimenting and substituting some chords. It opens it up and makes it less frantic and consistent with the strumming. So you get a chance to sort of breathe in that chorus section, and then more than a woman to me. There's another little string bit there that you can play. And leaving all that space in that chorus means when you come back in, so damn true, people so in love like you and me, and I can see myself, let history repeat itself. When you come back into that rhythm after that sort of spacious chorus, it sounds twice as rhythmic and twice as funky. So experiment with that, have some fun with it, because it's really like you can do anything you want with it, right? You're doing a cover of this song, please yourself. I'd love to hear your ideas. I'd love to hear what people make of this song, and send me a comment, send me a link, send me a video of you doing an interpretation of this song. I would love to hear it. I would love to see it. That's it. Thanks for watching, and please tune in again for some more song lessons. I know this one was a little bit different, but let me know whether you liked it or not, and we can do some more of these. More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees.